guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So here we are again, and tonight we are going to do a reading on All In With Ari. I guess her real name is Ronnie, but I'm just gonna call her Ari. Okay. If you are on YouTube or into a lot of commentary or whatever, I'm sure you've heard of her. I am not really going to get into her background and what she's done or, claim to have done. I am not here to bash her. All I can say is I know people make a lot of mistakes. I know I've made a lot of mistakes. And that's not what I'm here to talk about with her. I don't think that's important. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to bash her. I'm not going to bash anybody. That's just not who I am, especially online. I cannot get myself to do that, no matter how shitty of a person you are. I cannot find the heart to do that, so I'm not going to. But I am going to do a quick in-depth reading on her, see what's going on with her. She has been getting a lot of fucking pushback and a lot of hate. I don't necessarily agree with it. I mean, I understand the allegations and stuff. Again, we're not going to get into that. That's not what I'm here to do. I think she's made some mistakes in her life, but this is all just my opinion. Okay, don't get mad at me. Don't come for me. Because if you do, I'm just going to block you. Sorry. I am not going to judge someone of what they did, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, not even a year ago. I'm going to judge you for today. How are you treating people today? Are you healing today? Are you better today? Are you making better choices today? That's what I'm going to judge you on, because that's what's important. It doesn't matter what you did, years ago. It doesn't matter. It's gone. It's over. That's not who you are anymore. I hope. Right? But that's just me. Anyways, we're gonna get into this. I usually use my Game of Thrones deck, but tonight we're going to use my Supernatural deck. My Game of Thrones deck is my favorite. I love Game of Thrones. Love that show. I have not yet seen House of the Dragon. I know, crazy. I definitely have to. Because I already know I'm gonna love it. I love Game of Thrones. So can't wait to check that out. But anyway, we're going to get into this. So we are going to do a reading on All In With Ari. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick shuffle here. And I'm going to do the usual, reading off the guidebook. It's a little bit easier for some people to understand. And, like I said, sometimes things will just come to me intuitively, but sometimes they just don't, I'm still in practice mode. High Priestess just came right out. I don't know. But they say, oh, card flew out. Sometimes they really do. I know some people make jokes. Like, I've seen, the TikToks and stuff about them picking on, tarot card readers. Oh my god, a card flew out, so it must be, it must be it. That really does happen. If you're a true tarot reader, you know that, so. But anyways, let's just finish up a nice shuffle here. Try to make this quick. Okay. So. Okay, that one kind of just... Let me just get these all laid out here. So next thing I do is just lay these out, and then I'm usually not this unorganized with it, but I'm filming, so I feel very, very pressured right now. I'll get used to it. It's gonna take time. You know how it goes, my loves. It takes some getting used to, that's all. Out here. So yeah, I'm just gonna pull the cards and I will just read off the guidebook. I'm just gonna make it easy. I don't want to waste a lot of time on here. So okay, I have those laid out. Just take a drink of my milk really quick. Yep, I love milk. Okay. So, this one kind of came hopping out. Okay, so the next thing I do, I lay them all out, as you can see. They're all laid out. The next thing I do is just kind of take a look around, and certain ones will stick out. Okay, all in with Ari. Let's see what we got with all in with Ari. We got the Judgment card. Knight of Bones in reverse. Now, these ones, I don't know. I don't know all the numbers. I'm not good with, like, the V's and stuff. But we have that one. I'll read them to you once I, pull it up in the guidebook. It'll be easier for me. That's why I like my Game of Thrones deck. Because that one I have pretty much down to par. And this one's King of Goblets. So, first of all, we'll go to the Judgment card. So, the Judgment card. The message of the Judgment card is loud and clear. What you reap, you sow. The time to sow is now. As one cycle begins and comes to an end, balance intuition with logic to make decisions and take time to really think through any and all possible repercussions of your actions to avoid regrets later. So that card is basically telling me, you know, you do reap what you sow. And be careful, because as we can already tell with her, unfortunately, you know, people have dug up her past. And, I mean, it's all over. I mean, this girl is getting so much hate. Like, I kind of feel bad for her. I really do. I know she had come out and she had spoke about some of it. But she didn't really go into, like, complete depth about everything, which she probably should have. Again, I feel really bad for her because I don't think she expected people to come at her the way that they did and kind of dig into her, because, you know, that's what happens. You know, you get on the internet and stuff, and you know, people, they will dig and they will find stuff, you know, and I think that's really kind of thrown her off guard. It's thrown her, you know, kind of off track because she didn't expect that, you know, and I think it's been kind of tough on her, you know. The past has basically came back to bite her in the ass, you know, and it is going to affect, you know, probably her channel and whatnot. It already is, you know, there's a lot of hate. She's getting a lot of hate. I do feel really bad for her. But anyway, we're going to keep moving on. So next we're going to go to Bones. We got a couple bones here. So the first one is Knight of Bones in reverse. So Knight of Bones in reverse says, when reversed, the energy and motivation of the Knight of Bones turns restless and irritated. If things aren't going according to plan right now, adjust your strategy. Barreling onward will only lead you to becoming frustrated by a continued lack of progress. Pause to rethink the situation and come up with a more efficient game plan. And basically, I think what that card is saying is, you know, again, what I just talked about. You know, the people digging up her past and whatnot and coming at her, it has really thrown her off track. I really feel like she's kind of like in this situation, like, fuck, like, what am I going to do now? You know, because it is going to affect her, and it's going to affect her channel. You know, so now she's going to have to take a step back and figure out, you know, what am I going to do? You know, how am I going to get through this? And she'll get through it, but she's just going to have to figure something out. You know, it does suck the way that things happened. Again, she didn't really get a chance to come right out and explain everything. I don't think she thought she'd have to right away until, you know, again, people find shit out. It's not that hard to figure stuff out, and I think it's really kind of thrown her off guard. I really feel like she's very off guard right now, and it's difficult for her. So I do feel like she's struggling with that intuitively. That's what I feel, and that's what the cards say too. So let's move on. Next we have, this is Three of Bones, upright. So upright, Eve, as the mother of all monsters, is a powerful creatrix. She gave life to the great alpha monsters, who in turn procreated and manifested entire species of their kind. It's just talking about like supernatural characters, just so you know. Three of Bones represents creation, collaboration, growth, and expansion. Working together with others towards a common goal will help lead to impactful, lasting success. So I'm not entirely sure with this one, but what it's basically saying is she might be, you know, working with some other people, like some type of like collab or whatever. And that might help her in her future. It might, you know, bring her more success. I don't know exactly what that's all going to entail, you know, again, and I have to say this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. All alleged for entertainment purposes only, okay? So that could be what that means. Maybe there's, you know, some project on the horizon or something that she might be doing, some type of collab with someone, and it might work out. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to move right on. Next is Five of Bones. And Five of Bones upright. So Zachariah is tasked with convincing Dean to allow Michael to use him as his vessel in the great battle against Lucifer. He gets increasingly frustrated and desperate and cruel as Dean continues to refuse. Zachariah's toxic, manipulative nature in the end justifies the means of persistence. Persify the Five of Bones tarot, which represents conflict, unrest, and tension. And that right there, again, I feel like everything that's happened with her lately, you know, with the allegations and, you know, all the people coming after her, it is causing a lot of tension and a lot of stress. She's aggravated. She's annoyed. It's kind of thrown her plan off course. You know, it's frustrating for her, you know, which, yeah, I'd probably be fucking pissed off too, you know, if I was doing something and all of a sudden I got all these people coming after me, you know, about the shitty things that I've done in my past. You know, it's got to be a very shitty feeling, and I'm sure she's feeling it. You know, I am sure she's feeling it. We're going to move right on. Next is Two of Pentagrams in reverse. The Two of Pentagrams reverse indicates an imbalance between your home and professional lives. Have you been focusing on the majority of your attention on one aspect of your life to the detriment of the other? Reflect on how you're spending your time and make sure you're devoting enough attention and energy to things that are truly important to you. So yeah, I do kind of feel like she might have a little bit of imbalance in her life. As we can see, you know, the way she lives and whatnot. I mean, I know a lot of people live in their car and stuff, you know, but I give them credit because I couldn't do it. I could not do it. But yeah, there's definitely some imbalance in her life, and I think she's more focused on like one thing instead of really sitting back, you know, and thinking of the big picture, you know, instead of just getting on YouTube and, you know, going and helping homeless people, which I think is fantastic. I love that she, you know, is doing that. I think that's great. But there's other things that she could work on. There's other things that she could be doing and she needs to be doing. She needs to be doing for sure. She needs to get that imbalance balanced, is what I'm picking up with that. So we're going to move on. Next is King of Goblets. King of Goblets. So King of Goblets, upright. The alpha vampire creates an enormous lasting legacy of vampires whom he considers his children and cares for deeply. The King of Goblets represents a caring figure. This tarot card advises you to treat others with kindness and to approach challenges with tact and diplomacy. I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. You know what I mean. So I'm just gonna take with this, you know, approach your challenges and do what you need to do. It's interesting because the King of Goblets, you know, is talking about how, like, he cares for his children and whatnot, but we're not really gonna go into that, you know, and I'm sure, you know, I'm not gonna go off this card, but I'm just gonna say in general, I'm sure she does love her son. I'm sure she does. But I also think, you know, if she sees this, you know, if you see this, I don't mean any disrespect, okay? Her son's probably better off without her. I mean, let's be honest. I hate to say that. You know, I always think the child should be with a mother. But some people just aren't good parents. Some moms just are not good moms. But I do feel and see wherever that little boy is, that he is loved, he is taken care of, he is okay. Don't worry about the son, he's fine. I promise you he's fine. He is way better off where he is than he would be anywhere else. Okay, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Sorry, I got a little off track there. It's a feeling that I had to say it. I'm going to pick 5 more cards with All In With Ari. And we're going to close. Any more messages, anything going on? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Sometimes I gotta look a couple minutes just to see. Okay. Let's do one more. Just for shits and giggles. Okay. That's it for now. And again, you know, I'm not perfect with these. If, you know, somebody else is watching this, maybe you know the cards really well, you know, and if you have, you know, input or whatever on it, by all means, please help a girl out. I am more than willing to listen. So, okay, so we have the Emperor, King of Blades, Page of Goblets, Page of Bones, 6, 8, 8 of Cups in reverse, and then one of the Bones in reverse. So, 7 of Cups. Did I say 6 of Cups? I think I said 7. Okay. 7 of Cups in reverse. Sorry, guys. I'm tired. I'm getting very tired. So 7 of Cups in reverse. When reversed, the 7 of Cups card indicates an unfocused, scattered state of mind. Are you sure you're seeing things as they are? If you're having some trouble getting clarity on a situation, take a step away to center yourself. When you calm down and focus, you'll be able to approach things with a much more level head. So this is just basically telling me, I think there is a lot of, I think she's going through a lot of emotions right now. And again, it all goes back to the whole shit on the internet and all the haters and all the people coming after her. I do think it is affecting, you know, her mentally. I know it would be affecting me mentally. That's all I gotta say. Can't be a fun feeling. Cannot be a fun feeling. Okay, next we have Page of Goblets. Page of Goblets represents a dreamer who's fueled by their own curiosity. Like superfan Becky Rosen, Becky gets swept up in her romantic fantasies and sometimes loses sight of reality. The Page of Goblets advises you to keep dreaming big, but make sure your feet are on the ground. Sometimes this card heralds a start of a new close friendship or relationship. So she's got to keep her head on straight. Take the rose-colored glasses off. You can dream. Just make sure you're thinking clearly. And it could also mean maybe she's met someone. Maybe it's that, I forgot his name because I did watch her YouTube video with the guy she was hanging out with. Maybe that's what this card is talking about. Maybe it's that guy she's hanging out with. The start of a new close friendship or relationship. Or maybe she's met a guy behind the scenes. Maybe there's somebody that she, you know, either one. That could go either way. So I guess we'll see if anything comes up on that. We're going to move on. Blades. King of Blades. King of Blades. Cain notoriously killed his brother Abel with the first blade and became one of the most feared and legendary demons ever known. The King of Blades represents a powerful figure who has gained a strong reputation through his actions over time. This card advises you to lead with intellect and logic and to rely on the knowledge and skill you've acquired over the years to bring you success. So I'm just going to take from this. Use your head. Just use your head, Ari. That's all. Just use your head. Use your logic. You got it. Use it. I could keep going, but my battery is going to die, so I kind of have to get my booty moving here. So next we have Page of Bones. Claire Novak is enthusiastic, rebellious, and excited to pursue life as a hunter, which embodies the spirit of the Page of Bones. Who the Page of Bones may have the best intentions. I know the word, but I can't pronounce it. So anyway, sometimes a downfall could occur. The tarot card advises you to approach challenges with optimism while taking care to be aware of possible risks. Be careful. Just be careful. Okay? Just be careful of any risks you might take, because they could have some consequences. I mean, all actions have consequences, but just make sure you're thinking clearly, and when you make a decision, just make sure that you're aware, and just be aware of any possible repercussions that could come with that, is basically what I'm feeling with that all the way around. And then Six of Bones in reverse. Have you been letting your ego get the better of you? Reverse, the Six of Bones tarot card shows overconfidence and elitism. Well, it's entirely healthy to be proud of your accomplishments. Take care to not let them go to your head and cloud your judgment. So, take what you will with that. And the last one we have for today is the Emperor. And let's just go back here, and the Emperor says, John is a skilled and knowledgeable hunter, and through his record keeping helps his sons when they find his journal and decide to follow in his footsteps. The Emperor advises you to stay vigilant, sensible, and disciplined. That's all I'm going to do for All In With Ari today. Yeah. Just be mindful, of what you do, what you say. Just be careful. Use your head. You got a head. And if you like this, give me a thumbs up. I can always go more into depth if anybody wants me to go more into this. I definitely could. I could have kept going with actually some of the cards that I had, but I am going to close. I don't want to be here all night. I'm getting pretty tired. But yeah, that was just a quick general, reading. So take what you will with that. Again, this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. If you enjoyed, give me a thumbs up. If you want more readings, leave me a comment. If you have any input on the cards, maybe there's something you picked up, please leave your input. I'd love to hear it. Thank you, and I hope you have a good night. Bye!